Hi, soul family. How are you doing? I'm Coldy Bugs. I'm wearing my snuggly wuggly. It's a beautiful day. Actually, it's semi-cloudy. Here, I'll let you guys see. Semi-clouds. It's actually more clouds than I realized. And that's a message in itself. I thought it was kind of dismal this morning, and then I thought, ooh, it's gotten nice and bright. But no, there's clouds in the air. There's disruption. There's confusion, and there's purposeful confusion actually happening. Have you ever noticed that when some people, when they're wrong, they'd rather stop speaking altogether than apologize because they're so full of ego? Because they're so proud? I don't understand that. I never have. I don't have a problem saying I'm sorry. It just makes life easy, I mean, if you got a problem saying you're sorry to somebody, how do you expect somebody to be generous with you when you fuck up? Think about that. Another thing, I don't know if this is in the way, if it's bright or not. Trying to decide if the lighting is, anyway. I was wondering if I should bring something up. But I think what I'll do is I'll just play our singing bowl first, right? And clear the energy here, because I got a lot of energy that I need to clear out of here. It's not welcome in my house or in my life. So let's clear this out. Let's see what Spirit has to say, shall we? All right. You know what? Maybe I should, before we do that, we should choose our items, and you can be thinking about what it is that you want to work with. And then I'll do the singing bowl. So we're going to choose the reindeer. Silly reindeer games. We're going to choose the golden retriever, which is best friend. This looks more like my max right here. That was my max. We're going to choose the serpent, which can represent a snake in the grass, or it can represent transformation and healing. And will represent me. That's me. That's me in Sedona. So this is forward movement, and this is freedom. And this is getting the ego and the bullshit out of your head. So how can we do this then? So which do we want? We want the reindeer, silly reindeer games, the serpent. You know what? Let's skip the serpent. We don't want the serpent. We don't want anything to do with any negativity. We'll do best friend, silly reindeer games, forward movement, which is the beautiful horse, and then naked, open, vulnerable. This is integrity. Okay? Those are our items to choose from. Okay, woo! Hold on. That was a spin. Okay. So I'm going to choose two. I want to get ones for myself. So I already know what I'm going to choose. All right. Now we'll do the singing bowl. I'll let you guys look at it. I didn't even realize that this was actually a hood. Little Pink Riding Hood, right? She's in control. Little Red Riding Hood was duped, but Little Pink Riding Hood, she knows what's up. Okay, so I was thinking, I'll let you know, when I went around and I was hitting the bell, ding, ding, ding. I was asking basically for clearing, for truth, I was asking for protection, for a clearing of all energy, that I get the messages that people need to hear, that I understand them the way they're meant to be delivered, that I do not take it personally, make it personal. It's coming from a neutral spot. I asked for truth, clarity, integrity, honor, protection, love. And I noticed that truth, protection, and love was very loud. So that means something. So someone's leaving someone. Someone has recognized that they're not happy where they're at. Nobody's happy where they're at. And it doesn't feel right, and they're moving out. Moving on. So that's something coming. Such a pain wearing glasses. Has anybody noticed that? They get smeared so easily. So our glasses that we wear, right? This is our third eye, and it can get smeared very easily if we take in stuff, if we allow it to affect us. So we don't want to be the reaction, we want to be the action. So this song that's talking right now, it's someone's taking action. They're not happy with the way things are, so they're taking action. I took action this morning. I got to tell you, there's nothing I dislike more than dishonesty, lies, and manipulating. You got something to say to me, good, bad, or the ugly, you best to say it to me straight. Because if you come to me under the guise of lying or manipulation, you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to be out. And what I find just incredible is that the people that don't believe in karma are going to have a very disappointing life because they won't understand why. Shit keeps following them. And, you know, when you do something really evil to another person intentionally, it doesn't come back to you like that. And it doesn't come back to you from that person. You can do horrible things to people. You know, you can do awful things. And you're thinking, well, they don't know, you know, or they can't prove that it was me. It isn't them that's giving you the karma. It's yourself. It's the law of cause of law and effect. You throw it out there and it comes back. So if you're doing something to another person, behaving in a way that's dishonorable, it's going to come back to you in a way that's going to harm you the most. It may not be what you did to them. It'll be something different. But it will come back, you know, and it makes me laugh because I've heard I watch these people that have been lying and manipulating and pretending to be other people than who they are, and, you know, ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriends of the person who loves me, you know, calling into my work line to get readings on him and on me to see where it's going. Like, I don't know what's going on, you know? It's like, if you call into my work line and you give me a fake name, you're going to get a fucked up reading because I'm already it's false. It isn't honest. So if you're going to come to anybody with dishonesty, you're going to get fucked up energy because you are putting energy out there. It's frustrating for me. So I just kind of like, got to release it, let it go. See ya. See ya. We wouldn't want to be ya. That's a fact. Okay, so we're going to start with the reindeer. Reindeer games. Silly Rudolph wasn't invited to play in those stupid reindeer games by those other people, and he wanted to. And it wasn't until God allowed Rudolph to understand that he was so much better. He was so much more special. And he was chosen. And then all the other reindeers wanted to play in Rudolph's game. But you know what? Karma is a bitch. And it's not unless you are. So we'll start with reindeer, and the reindeer will be... Who are the reindeer? I'm not even getting it, who the reindeer are in. Okay, we'll start with another one then. We'll start with that afterwards. We'll start with the horse, and the horse is going to be fire signs. So we'll start with the horse, and we're going to start with the Oracle of Shadows and Light. Okay, and we're going to start with Aries, and we'll break it down. Fire signs. Well, I'm not taking that. Fell. I don't want mistakes. I'm not taking cast-offs. I'm not taking hangers-on. I'm taking straight up, honest, in your face. Communication, cards, messages from spirit. If they're not clear to you, don't go with it. Don't mess yourself up if you've got confusion around you, right? So clarity, please. Fire signs. What is the main message for fire signs? You miss someone. You miss someone. You're looking at this skeleton. And for the first time in your life, you know what it really means to truly miss someone. The song right now, Stay With Me, this isn't love. It's clear to see, but stay with me so I don't have to be alone, right? Well, 9 and 2 is 11, and that's a spiritual number. It's a twin soul number, and you're missing someone. So at this time, Spirit is basically wanting you to acknowledge how much you have missed someone and what it has done to you. Could be someone that's gone into spirit in your life. It could be a partnership that's broken up, a friendship. I miss my family in Wisconsin. I miss them a lot. You know, and when they're not in your physical presence, I miss Lily, my little Lily. I have three cats, but I miss Lily. She's not here. And even though I'm a spiritual teacher and I say to you, it doesn't matter. You're always connected. They're always there. We are still, as my girlfriend said this morning when I put out that post, I said, if you want to speak to me, you come speak to me in the flesh, you know, the real you. And she said, and I said, don't, here, I'll show you what it was because I want to get it right. Time to go. Absolutely. There's so much about fake today. It's just sad. A person who is willing to be open and expose the naked vulnerability of their heart is a true warrior. And I said, authentic is what springs to mind. Live your truth. That's one. And then there's another. I see you peeking, but you ain't speaking. And I said, no spies welcome. If you would like me to speak with you, come up close and impersonal with your real face and your real name. Otherwise, the door slams in your face. And my girlfriend, who is a very spiritual person as well, said to me, is my meat suit name okay? Because I haven't figured out my soul name yet. And I said, yes, meat suit works for now. And she said, for your information, I've always felt connected to the name Simone. Best I can guess is that it's the last past life in Scotland or Ireland. And I remember that about her. She called herself that. So my point is, we're wearing this meat suit, this human suit, right? We have our spiritual self, and we have our meat suit. So while we're down wearing this meat suit, as a vegetarian, it sounds pretty disgusting to me, but we have to deal with the emotions and the energies that humans deal with, you know? So when someone goes missing into spirit, even though we know that we are connected to them, even if in our family we love them, and soulmates that are not connected to one another because of distance or not being in our physical presence, we're still going to miss them. We're still going to feel like shit. So this is the message, basically, that maybe for the first time in your life, you have realized or come to realize just how deeply this affects you. And Spirit's saying you need to make peace with it. Feel the energy, feel the sadness, and then let it go, because this is a skeleton, right? This is not something that's alive. It's over. And I'm getting, move on. It's time to move on. But sometimes we stay so stuck in a place of sadness. It's a shallow grave, but it's a grave. But it's almost like you want to crawl in that grave along with that one that's missing from your life. And that's not going to fly. So you stay in this sad spot. You're refusing to get over it. You're refusing to move on. Refusing to, maybe parents that have broken up, or business partnerships that are done. Friendships that, family members even, that they're out of your life. A romance, whatever it was. It's very sad, and memories are there, but we got to let them go. It's time to let it go. Time to go. So Aries, how does it apply to you? We shall see with, what was the deck that I was told to use? Bye, bye, bye. Song right now. Bye, bye, bye. This isn't the deck they want me to use. Spirit Oracle. Wow, I sing this song, and it's interesting. I can sing Christina Aguilera songs. Some songs I have to belt them out, but when I do, I can really belt them out. And this is a song that I can sing. Genie in a Bottle. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Put your heart to say no. If you wanna be with me, boy. If you wanna be with me, there's a price to pay. I'm in a genie in a bottle. You better rub me the right way. Aries. I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Genie in a bottle, baby. Man, my Aries is flying today. Clear it. Clear it. Take it on. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Aries. Sacred knowledge. The waters are pretty chopped up right now. So there's ancient and sacred knowledge waiting. It's in the heart of the earth. Crystals. It's the crystals. It's always about the crystals with me. So crystals hold the key. So I need to hold my crystal. I went to sleep last night with this journeying stone, the shaman stone, and I journeyed all right. Spirit spilled out a whole story for me, something that I've known, but I've fought it, right? Didn't want to believe it, but I was shown who's who. And here I've been angry at this Leo in my life, an ex of mine, but it was a Leo in my life, and it was an ex, but it wasn't the right one. Crystals hold the key, man. Connect energetically with the earth, and you will have a healing, and you will have love, and you will have abundance results. So you're missing someone. So you're missing the one who holds the crystals that hold the key. You miss someone. You miss someone. Someone who's connected to the ancient and sacred knowledge. Someone who's connected to the crystals of the earth. And what do you want me to do with it? So we ask, what do you want us to do with it? If you want to be with me, there's a price to pay. I'm a genie in the bottle. You got to rub me the right way. If you want to be with me, I can make your dreams come true. You better make a big impression. I better like what you do. So for me, what I'm getting is you miss someone, right? You miss someone a lot. And you're connected, and that you work with the crystals of the earth. You want someone that's like you. You miss that energy. But as a genie in a bottle, come and set me free, and I'll be with you. I'm a genie in a bottle. So crystals are going to be what you need to work with in order to release the feelings that you have, in order to release the disappointment that you have. You're going to have to choose specific crystals. So let's look. Specific crystal. Wow, this is a trip because I put on a necklace this morning and I got angry with this whole thing and I took it off. I said, I don't even want to deal with any of you. But I put it on. My higher self already knew what I was supposed to wear. So I'll show it to you. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Okay, so it's over, right? You miss somebody. More than life itself, sometimes it feels like it's, right? You didn't realize that you could miss somebody that much. The crystals that you want to work with, I asked, what are the crystals that you can work with to help release a lost love, right? Rose quartz, which is the greatest love stone of all. Rhodonite, right here. Garnet, right here. They've got jade, and they've got emerald, and they've got mangano calcite. But what's so interesting to me is this is a soulmate pendant. These are all the soulmate stones. This is amethyst, ruby, rhodonite, rose quartz, crystal quartz, all together in one. And half of that you use to release it. Isn't that interesting? That's why I took it off. I had all of it, pulling it in. But half of them, the rose quartz, the rhodonite, and the garnet, that's half of the crystals in here, are the ones that you want in order to help you release this lost love. Let it go. Let the pain go. You're going to work with the crystals. You worked with the crystals, probably this crystal energy pulled that to you, and you take half of that away, and you're going to release the pain. And what's interesting is I was wearing a different outfit before I started this reading, and I switched. I was wearing a big owl on my shirt, and I had owl earrings. And I thought, you know what, I've already seen the truth, and I don't want to dwell in that negative energy, and I feel like wrapping myself in love, which is one of the main crystals, right? Amethyst is also for calming. And these beautiful earrings that I was gifted, I decided this is the day that they go on, right? So that's for Aries. That's how you deal, what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to release this lost love. Let it go. Stop holding on to it. Sagittarius, what are you supposed to do? Or how does it affect you? I miss Lily. I miss my friends. I miss my mom. And they're not coming back. I have to let them go. It's a hard thing to do. And when I say to you guys, you know, that you've got to let it go, you've got to let it go, I know how it feels because I'm dealing with it too. It's very painful. But we can't live in that shallow grave. We've got to move forward with our life, right? Release the past. This coming year is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Sagittarius, how does this affect you? Honesty. So right now, Spirit wants you to be honest with yourself. They're telling you that love, compassion, truth, all of that will heal the situation that you're dealing with at this time. And you got to be honest with yourself, first of all, about how you're feeling, what you're feeling, right? You can't deal with it if you're not on, if you don't look at it. Yeah, you can't go through life being a sleepwalker. You know, you've got to face it. So what is it that you truly desire? What is it that you really want? You got to get clear with yourself. And then when you come from love, right? You wrap yourself in love. When you come from love and you speak your truth honestly, openly, and in your integrity, it's not going to hurt anyone because you're coming from an honest place. So you need to tell someone that you miss them, or you need to acknowledge to yourself that you do. How you've been feeling. You need to acknowledge the truth of how you feel. You are meant to say that, and that will help heal. Maybe there's someone that you're missing that you haven't told. Maybe there's someone you haven't been speaking to and you haven't said how you feel about them. Spirit says you need to speak the truth. Leo, the only thing that matters right now is everything you think of me, is what someone believes, and I disagree. But this is the song that... it's basically someone speaking to God, and whenever I feel I don't belong, you tell me I'm yours. Whenever I feel I'm weak, you say that I'm strong. I believe. You say that I'm loved. When I can't feel a thing, you say I'm strong when I am weak. I love this song. It's beautiful. I believe. I believe. So it's Spirit that's telling us that. Our Father is telling us that. Correct for neutrality, Leo. Well, Leos, you were straight up... I'm not quite certain which one I'm supposed to pick. I think I'm supposed to pick both because it was like this. So the first one that I look at is Moon Goddess, which is your intuition. It's also the divine feminine, right? And it's telling you that there's a time of there's upset right now. The clouds, there's like a storm, and it's necessary. Spirit's using this. There's a blessing in disguise, and when the storm settles, you'll understand what your gift is. And then there's inspiration, and I see a friend coming out from behind a mask. Your love, light, and wisdom touch the hearts and minds of many. You will be instrumental in helping another person change the course of their life. Miracles, inspiration, and healing result. So there's someone that misses another, and they're having a difficult time. You're going to help this person through it. It might be difficult for you. You're going to help them change their life. You're going to help them. Okay. Short and sweet. Fire signs is the woman on the horse. No, it's not. It was the horse. So who is the woman on the horse? Water signs. Water signs will be the woman on the horse. It's the feminine energy, the loving, gentle, nurturing energy. And somebody's in their head, or maybe they're in their head, and they need to let it go. They need to open up, be free. They need to be open, naked, vulnerable, and recognize they've got someone assisting them. They're not alone. Remember? The dog days are over, the dog days are done, the horses are coming, you gotta run. Water signs. You've got the horse, you're sitting on it. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Water signs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Water signs. Correct for neutrality. Water signs. Autumn is my last chance. So you see this one here, holding on to that red apple. And all around in the background is the forest. It looks freezing. It looks like dead winter in Wisconsin, right? There's no leaves there. It's foggy. Remember I said it's foggy? So you can't really see things very well. Your clothes are dirty. Your hair's dirty. You're hungry. The number is 6. You're so focused on the material world. You're so focused on what you don't have. You're not paying attention to Spirit. Spirit says, take your mind off of the material. I can't. I don't have a job. I can't pay my rent, blah, 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 because you're focusing on that. You need to focus on Spirit. Spirit's saying, you've got more than you think you have. That coat that you're wearing is not going to keep you warm for long. And that apple, you can hold on to that apple, but it's not going to do any good. You need to bite into that apple. Take a bite of what you've got in your hands. You have the ability to bring yourself out. I said this morning, no man's going to take care of me. I'm going to take care of myself. I support myself. I will take care of myself. I stand on my own 2 feet. I don't go looking for a handout. You don't either. You've got what you need in your hand. This gift that you're holding in your hand. Take a bite. You want it so bad and you're saving it. It's like saving your favorite perfume or saving your favorite clothes and they stand in your closet and you never wear them. I used to do that all the time. You're the one who's supposed to enjoy. Don't save what you have. Whatever this is, take a bite, because when you take a bite, you can plant those seeds. Those seeds will grow into a grove, okay? You have what you need, but you're not doing anything with it. You're procrastinating. You're sitting there in this woeful state saying, I've got nothing. What am I going to do? I keep waiting for someone to help and someone to bail me out. No one's going to bail you out. You got to do it yourself. No one's going to take care of you. No one's coming. Do you understand that? No one's coming. You are it. Just like me. No one's coming. Start doing your work. You do what you need to do. You're waiting for somebody else to take care of you and for you to figure things out. Stop looking to other people to comfort you. Stop looking to others to bring you comfort. You have everything you need within you. We have our tools. You've got something. You have a gift. It's right in your fucking hand. Do something with it. Spirit doesn't give you a gift so you can sit it on a shelf. They gave it to you to work with. So Spirit says, comes the time when you need to take what you have and look at it. What gifts do you have? What abilities do you have? What can you do with what you have? Ask Spirit to guide you. Ask Spirit to show you. How do I apply myself? What can I do with what I have? We have all been given many, many gifts. But sometimes people get lazy. You can't be in this place where you're feeling sorry for yourself. You can't sit there in this place where, you wait for someone else to tell you that they're going to bring a blanket to you. I'm going to love you. I'm going to tell you that you're wonderful. Not when you have the ability to take care of yourself. You're making yourself a victim. You're keeping yourself a victim. You're keeping yourself in a place of not moving forward. You're saving something. You're saving the best. It may be even you, keeping yourself hidden. So let's see what it means for the water signs. Hold on, I gotta bring this computer, if I wait 2 minutes and don't touch it, it freaking goes to sleep. You know what? It's the same thing as my little cat. If I don't keep my hands on him, he goes to sleep. I don't know, maybe it's time to release the ones that just don't want to wake up, right? They don't want to wake up. What can you do? All right, so we're going to use this and we're going to start with Scorpios. Scorpios, autumn is your last chance. What does that apply to? B&W Road Home. Yeah, there's my ex-husband, Ken. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Ken. I took that picture. How cute. He's the nicest guy, my ex. He's like a big kid. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Happy freaking birthday, Bon Lim. Great. Correct for neutrality. Scorpio, how does this apply for you? Reflection. Okay. So right here, you're looking at this, thinking it's the last thing that I have. I don't have, actually, you're not even looking at it thinking that you have it. You're looking at nothing. You're not even realizing what you have. You're not paying attention. You're cold, you're hungry, you're just sad. And Spirit wants you to reflect upon and bless all of the wonderful things in your life. They want you to give thanks for the blessings that you receive every day. This person isn't starving. They have an apple they can eat from. They're just choosing not to. So there is something that you have, but you're choosing not to work with it, right? So Spirit says, if you're missing someone, because this person looks lost and forlorn, you can connect energetically to the ones that are missing. Just like I said for fire signs, right? You're missing someone, so you can connect. Yes, you can. But there's something that you have in your hand. There's something that you're able to do. This apple is juicy. It's sweet. It can produce again. So give thanks for what you do have, and more will come, right? We don't want to stay in a place of sadness and a place of I don't have enough and it's not fair. Poor me. Why don't they bring me more? I'm starving to death here. When you've actually got something, thank you for this now. It's kind of like Spirit doesn't give us a whole bunch ahead of time. It's like they'll give us enough to keep us moving forward. You got enough right now. You're going to eat. You're not going to starve. You got a coat. It's getting cold, but you're okay. Thank you for this apple. Thank you, God, for this apple. Thank you so much for this. For every single phone call that I get for my work call, I say to Spirit, except for the one that's the ex trying to find out about my love life and my ex's love life. Those are very annoying. which then when Spirit gave me a private reading, I'm just like, thank you for that, because then I don't have to deal with that right now. That energy I want to dilute. I want to cut away, right? But when I get calls that come in on my work line and they're real people calling in, every single one, every time they hang up, I say, thank you for that call. Thank you. Right? And then more comes because I am grateful for it. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I am grateful for what I have. So it's funny, I'm sitting here with a half-eaten apple, right? That's what I ate for my breakfast. There's your apple. What does it represent to you? I don't know. But you've got a bright, shiny apple in your hands. Feast on it. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Cancer. How does this affect you? You know, I keep crossing my legs. It's so difficult for me to teach myself not to cross my legs. I think I need one of those ergonomic chairs. You know those ones where you have to sit kind of forward? It's very difficult. I'm not supposed to cross my legs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Cancer, right? I said Cancer. Emotions. Okay, so you're sad right now, right? You're feeling like you've lost hope in a situation. So you have all these unexpressed emotions inside of you right now. You're not saying how you feel. So Spirit wants you to say exactly how you feel. They want you to express your truth honestly 100%. Who is it that you're missing? What is it that you feel you've lost hope in? It may not be that you're missing anyone. It may feel that it may be something to do with work. Whatever this is, please don't lose hope. You're told to express the emotions that you have. They're not expressed. You're not saying. But when you do that, and you tell exactly how you feel, Spirit says you're safe. You're safe to do this. It needs to be done. That's what you need to do. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Pisces, how does this affect you? Can you feel me? There's a man and woman wrapped in the embrace of a serpent's tail. The serpent is your Kundalini. Oh my God, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Can you hear the song playing in the background? Mirrors. Feel the goddess energy inside of you. She seeks acknowledgement and validation. New and wonderful things are coming into your life. Wake up and celebrate. Wake up. You've got something right in your hands. She seeks acknowledgement and validation. Wake up. The feminine aspect is awakening inside of yourself. Feel the goddess energy in you. She seeks acknowledgement and validation. New and wonderful things are coming into your life. Wake up. I don't want to lose you now. I'm looking right at the other half of me. The vacancy that sat in my heart is a space that you now fill. Show me how to fight for now. Show me how to fight for now. It was easy coming back. Once I figured it out, you were right there all along. You got it right in your fucking hands. So wake up. So now we go to, who did we do? We did fire, we did water. We're going to go to silly reindeer games, and they are the earth signs. Okay? Silly reindeer games. Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. Why is your nose red? Are you embarrassed? Are you shy? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Anyone who chose the reindeer. I love the reindeers. They're so adorable. My little reindeer. She's all bundled up. I love her. That's going to be the profile picture. I always forget that I have to put a profile picture on these videos, and then I have to like scroll through the video afterwards, and I'm like talking, so that they're all weird. I've got to remember that. Correct for neutrality on all levels. If anybody would like help with dream analysis or a private reading, or would like to order a Reiki charged ceremonial sage wand, California white sage, most powerful for blessing and clearing, we should do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. That's what we need. That's what we need. I never end up wrapping ones for myself with a Reiki charged crystal because I'm so busy. But this is a little mini, a travel mini, right? This is what we need. I don't like liars. I don't like manipulators, man. And when they come into my arena, you're going to hear the energy in me. Okay. How interesting. Now, what's really intriguing is this is very fresh sage, okay? But normally, if there's a lot of negative energy in a room, it'll smoke like crazy. And if there's not, it doesn't stay lit. So, I would have thought there would have been a lot, but there's not. Song, I see you looking back at me. Keep your eyes on me. This is someone asking someone to keep your eyes on me, because remember yesterday, she's leaving. Well, that's it. But I christened it with you guys. So if you would like help with the ceremonial sage wand, the Queen of Wands, I've got many different sizes. I keep showing the same one because it's the only one that I have here that's finished wrapped. The other ones are already wrapped up and gone. Dream analysis, Reiki charged, diffuser bracelet, anything like that. Any help at all. My website is www.theangelswhisper.com. And my email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. Okay, so reindeer games or earth signs. What is your message? Can I open this up yet? I just want the light. I want the light. All right. Voodoo in blue. Back off. Okay? So what's going on in this message here is, now remember, all of these messages, it's you or someone close to you, okay? So there's someone that's pushing your buttons. You're not liking them at all. They have been stepping over your boundaries. They have not been listening. Or maybe you haven't been listening. But they're crossing over your boundaries. They're trying to take what's yours. They're trying to take what you have worked hard for. They're not respecting you in any way whatsoever. You don't like their energy. And you have been too kind about telling them, I don't like this. So Spirit is saying right now, they want you to take out your sword and they want you to tell them to back the fuck off. Back off. And Spirit says, this is what we want you to look like. And we don't mind getting angry. We don't mind. Because at this time, it's gone on too long. You need to tell someone that enough is enough. You've been too kind. You've been too gentle. You've been too, what is the word? Diplomatic. Spirit says they're not getting it. They're not understanding it. And they're not listening. They are crossing boundaries. They are being ignorant. They are taking. And Spirit says you need a warning. Spirit says we're giving you a warning right now. Don't get involved. Don't allow someone to bully you. Don't bully someone else. This is the time right now that you need to tell them, look, I need some space. I need to detach from this energy. Cut cords, cut cords. I got people writing to me all morning about this kind of situation. And I said, and this is when you want to cut cords. Cut cords. I cut cords to everyone this morning. I cut cords to my spiritual twin, to his best friend, to his brother, to his mother, to his father, to his ex, to the ones in Wisconsin. I cut cords to my daughter. I cut cords to everyone this morning. And I said, you know what? I don't know who you all are behind every single mask, but I'm cutting cords to all of you because I'm not taking your energy on. So that's what you need to do. They're pushing your buttons. They're draining you. This is a message to me too. I take all of these messages. I told you I love the reindeer, right? So this is that I can't allow it to drain my energy. So right now, you could hear it coming out. I'm moving through the energy. It's moving through me. So I'm probably picking up all of the people that I was connecting with this morning that are very upset right now, because it isn't just me. I told you I got email after email after email, and I would like to channel it out. That's why I lit the sage. I'm like, I don't want to take this on, but my heart chakra right now is spinning. Somebody's very upset. I was pissed off this morning, like fucking pissed off. I'm so over the lies and the manipulation, right? However, the angrier you get, the more you give your power away to them. So you need to get cold and you need to just say, I'm detaching from this. I take all of my energy back and I give you all of your energy back, but I want you to stay the fuck away from me. That doesn't mean that I have to be pleasant about it. I've been pleasant and I'm not going to be pleasant anymore. Now it merely is stay the fuck away from me. I'm done with you. I know who you are and I'm over it. Stay the fuck away. I'm calling on my spiritual team to bounce you out. I don't care how they do it now. I was nice. Right? I was pleasant. I tried to do it kindly. You didn't get the hint. I tried to do it in a loving way, but sometimes people mistake loving energy for a pushover. Just because you dress in fluffy pink doesn't mean I'm going to let you walk on me. Okay? So back the fuck off. I'm going to have my spiritual team take you out and we're done. And that's what you're being advised to do. You know, when you have dark energy coming in, when I bought this screen, actually, this screen right here, I got it from I got it off of Craigslist. I love it, by the way. And when I went to sage it, I went to clean it, right? Because I don't want anything in my house that has anybody else's energy in it. And I literally have pictures to prove this. I videotaped and I took pictures. And as I started to sage, I literally saw bodies come out of the screen, more than one. And I was like, and it was interesting because I wasn't afraid, but I said, you have 2 minutes. I'm going to open the door. So it was kind of like this, right? I was in the hallway. Here it was. And then I had a door right there to the outside. So here I am. And I looked at it and I said to whoever was in there, I said, you have 2 minutes to get out that door. I'm opening the door. And after that, Archangel Michael's going to throw you out. And you don't want to be thrown out. And I will tell you, spiritual people may understand this and other people may not buy into it, but I don't really care. It's a fact. You don't want to be thrown out by Archangel Michael. You want to go willingly. You want it to be your choice. So at this point, it's the same kind of situation. You want it to be the one, that says, okay, I'm done. I'm not wanted here. I'm leaving, right? You don't want to be thrown out. It's not fun. Not energetically. It's not fun. So let's see one by one how this applies to the different earth signs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Song playing right now. We're not broken. We're just bent. I would say we're bent like a pretzel. Correct for neutrality on all levels. So who do we go for? We'll go for Virgo first. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Virgo. You know what? We won't go for Virgo. We'll go for Taurus. Taurus. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I'm mixing everyone up today. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I am. So that was the message. I'm mixing everyone up today. That's okay. I wouldn't be mixing anyone up at all if people were honest with me, right? There would be no mistakes. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Taurus, how does this apply in your life? This crossing of the boundaries, this necessity to tell someone to back the fuck up. Correct for neutrality on all levels. And you know what? If you don't like my swearing, you can go to any other channel, because who says swearing is wrong? Right? It's expression. And clearly there's a lot of vehemence coming from these messages today. There's just far too many people that are dealing with this bullshit, and we want it done. Before the end of the year, we want it done. We're going into the new year. We're going to dive into the new year. We're going to go off like the Aries that we are, the leap of faith. We're going to do that like the Fool, right? The Fool throws everything to the wind, caution to the wind, and is excited about adventure. That's what I want to embrace. So all this bullshit's got to go now. Taurus, yours flipped right up. Sexuality, okay? Influx of sexual energy coming your way. So you don't want it. There's sexual energy coming at you, Taurus, and you need to tell them, I'm sorry, but you need to be very certain about it. You need to say it in no uncertain terms. You don't need to just passive-aggressively or kind of, no. You need to say, I don't want this. They're telling you it's safe for you to express yourself. It's safe for you to express your sexuality. It might be that you're gay, right? And you've got someone else coming on to you. It might be that you're straight and someone else is coming on to you. Whatever it is, it may just be someone you don't want. But someone is crossing your boundaries, making you feel uncomfortable, pushing your buttons, and Spirit is telling you it's on its way. So this is what you're meant to do in no uncertain terms. No thank you. Please speak it very clearly. The color, this is the color of truth, okay? Speak it clearly. Don't think they're going to understand because they're not getting it. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Virgo, how does this apply in your life? Holiday. The spirit of the ocean is calling you, offering you healing and much needed peace. Come to the water and connect with its endless flow of magic. You need a change of scenery. You need to take a holiday and all's going to fall into place. Wherever you're at, you need to leave. You need a change of scenery. If you're in the mountains, you need to go to the water. If you're in the desert, you need to go to the water. Wherever it is, you need to get to the water. They're telling you, come from the desert to the ocean. That's where you're at. If you're not living in that type of an area, they're just telling you, you need a change. Somebody is pushing your buttons. The energy around you is not what you want, and it's time. You need to go where this mermaid is. Connect. Change of scenery. Take a holiday. Everything will fall into place if you do. But that's what you need for yourself. What is it? Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Correct for neutrality. You stole from your roommate back in Boulder. 4 years, no call. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Call's not good enough. Face to face. Call's not good enough anymore. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn, Spirit wants you to live in the moment, not the past. The past is done. There's no point in worrying about your future. Right now, you're telling someone that this isn't comfortable, something's pushing my buttons. You're stuck in the past. You're all pissed off about something that happened in the past. And Spirit says we want you to let go of it. It's over. There's no point in worrying about your future. There's an opportunity in front of you today. You are pissed off about something in the past and you need to get over it. This is you or someone in your life, you guys. You or someone in your life. There's no point living in the past. There's no point about being mad about something in the past. It's about moving forward and see, what do I have in front of me now? Right? We got a whole brand new year coming in just a few days. Something wonderful is existing there for you today, not yesterday. Let the past go. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Who are we going to now? We're going to Max, best friend. Who is that? Air signs. Best friend, air signs. That's a good thing for me to hear. I like to hear that. I like to hear that. Best friends, air signs. Correct for neutrality on levels. I really like hearing that. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Maybe it's something that you need to hear, air signs. That you've got a loyal friend. Loyal friend. Maybe you ought to look around and see who's loyal to you and who's not. Gemini, how does this apply to you? Innocence. Okay. Wait a minute. No. We'll keep that out, though. We'll keep that out for Gemini. But we got to do the cards. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Air signs. But that was a message for Gemini. Apparently, you need to look around and see who's loyal to you and who's not. There's a loyal dog right at your side. Your best friend. Correct for neutrality on all levels. And you know what? You might be treating them like a dog. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Or maybe you are their best friend and they're treating you like a dog. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Air signs. It's time to be brave, air signs. It's time to pick up the sword and basically say the same thing. This is the same message in a different way. The other one is they're pushing your buttons and you got to say, get back the fuck up. I don't want anything to do with you. This one is cutting. This is the Queen of Swords. This is asking you to take the sword up. You're a sweet person. You're a gentle person. You will avoid conflict at every cost. Any cost. You would rather not fight. But Spirit says, no, it's time for you to cut away. Cut away. It's time for you to stand in your light. But my mother. So this is for a woman. I'm feeling this energy for a woman specifically. My mother was a Highland dancer, right? A Scottish dancer. And they would dance around the sword. So you're dancing around the sword. You're dancing around the truth is what's going on. Because the sword is the sword of truth. And there's no more dancing around the sword right now. Song right now. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's time to be brave. Right? Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. So you're dancing around the truth, Gemini. It's time to be brave and tell the truth. Is it time for you to tell the truth to someone else, or is somebody dancing around the truth with you and you need to get to the bottom? But the message is it's time to be brave and no longer be kind and gentle. It's time for you to speak your truth and say, this isn't going to happen. People don't expect that from you. They don't expect you to speak up. They don't expect you to say anything. They're used to you. I don't know, have you been somebody's doormat? You've got power, but you're afraid to use it. Why? This is the sword of truth. Spirit says don't hold back. They want you to go into battle at this time. Spirit doesn't often tell us to go to battle, but we have to remember, we are peaceful warriors, yes, and you want to be a peaceful warrior. You long to be peaceful, but people have been taking advantage of that peacefulness. They've been taking advantage of your peaceful nature. They've been taking what belongs to you, what is yours, right? Things that you've worked hard for, they want for themselves. And Spirit says, no, it's time that you speak your truth. It's time to stand up and say, this isn't okay. I'm not allowing this. And it's interesting because no one's going to expect that to come from you. But you can do it because Spirit's backing you. Wow. Wow. So Gemini, innocence. You're being encouraged to be you. You're the light of the world. Expect positive outcomes to flow from your honesty and pure intentions. You need to speak your truth. There's innocence here. Someone's crying. Somebody was hurt badly. Somebody that was innocent. You're being encouraged to speak your truth. To be brave and speak your truth. You've known for some time. Somebody's been hurt. You have information that you haven't divulged. And Spirit says it's time. And when you do this, what's so beautiful about this, you're so afraid to speak your truth. But Spirit's saying expect positive outcomes to flow from your honesty and your pure intentions. Don't allow this to be taken from you. Don't allow yourself to be put in a negative light when there's innocence here. Or an innocent one is suffering. That's fucked up. Speak your truth. You or someone in your life. Libra. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Time to be brave. In regards to what? It doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. Libra. How does this affect you? Libra. An angel is watching over me. Okay, so you're being asked to speak your truth. Where's my card? Right? You're being asked to be brave. You're afraid of something right now. And Spirit says they want you to replace the fear with love. You are held safe eternally. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, whatever the issue is, it could be a physical illness. It could be your own physical health, like as far as a fear of an enemy out there. It could be your job. It could be anything. Whatever it is that you're afraid of. And Spirit's saying, don't be afraid to speak your truth. In this situation, you are safe. Replace fear with love. Everyone's got this. You're safe. Gemini's backed up. They need to speak your truth. You need to replace your fear with love. You are surrounded. You feel like you have to go to battle, but you're safe. Something happened, but you're safe. You might not be done. It's time to be brave. It's time to be brave. Why do you feel like you're... So if Spirit's telling you, a time of truce is over, right? You got to speak your truth. Cut the cords between you and someone that's been taking much of you. You're not allowed to be in a place of neglect, sorrow. You're not supposed to back down for something. Something is making you afraid. And Spirit says you don't have to be afraid. You are protected. So please, stand up for yourself. You are safe. You are safe. They're not going to get you, whoever or whatever you think it is. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Aquarius, how does this affect you in your life? Move this stuff off my desk. 2019. I remember when they used to say years like that when I was a kid, and I thought, it sounded... You know, we thought that the whole world, everyone would be flying around and they would be in these weird machines and things go slower than we think. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Aquarius. Aquarius. How does this affect you in your life? Aquarius. 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 How does this affect you in your life? Responsibility. Okay, so we're all of the whole sign are being asked to take up the sword, right? Truce is over. You're going to speak your truth. You're going to cut cords. You're going to cut away from people that are taking what belongs to you, what you've worked hard for. You're gonna. This is what you're being asked to do, right? So Aquarius, you're being asked to do what feels right for you, above all else. It's impossible for you to please everyone at this time. It's impossible. You need to take responsibility for your own life and only your life. Everyone else is responsible for their actions and their choices. They must take responsibility. You will take responsibility for yourself and do what you feel is best for you. So whatever it is, you're going to be brave. You're going to speak your truth. And it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It's impossible. At this time, you may be trying to walk like a tightrope, but it is impossible for you to please all parties right now. So Spirit says you need to please you. That's your responsibility. They're responsible for themselves. You do what's right for you. All right, so that's a reading. I said that I was going to do the positive affirmation. Yes. I was going to do the angel healing cards, but I think I'm going to do the 4 agreements instead. So we'll start with fire signs. What is the agreement for fire signs? Correct for neutrality on all levels, Father. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Being impeccable with your word is not using the word against yourself. If I see you in the street and I call you stupid, it appears that I'm using the word against you. But really, I'm using the word against myself because you're going to hate me for this. And your hating me is not good for me. Therefore, if I get angry and with my words send out all that emotional poison to you, I'm using that word against myself. If I love myself, I will express that love in my interactions with you. And then I'm being impeccable with my word because the action I will produce a like reaction. That's why, right? You send out what it is, you get back. Now, we're not going to negate the fact that Spirit has advised us to say enough is enough. No boundaries, because they're not getting it, right? They're mistaking the loving energy for come back and fuck me over. And that's not the case. So if I have gratitude for you, you will have gratitude for me. If I'm selfish with you, you will have selfishness with me. If I use the word to put a spell on you, you're going to put a spell on me. Now, do you understand that? Remember how I said we don't do binding spells? But you can actually put a spell upon somebody by the words that you use. You can say things that resonate in their mind if they take it on. And many people don't have the ability to push away what another has said to them. So we have to be careful with the words that we use, right? You're stupid, you're an idiot, you're a fucker, you're fat, you'll never wake up, you're a loser, blah, 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 blah. People get emotionally battered all the time with words. And sometimes, and oftentimes, they're too emotionally beaten down or they don't know about protection and they take it on, even if they know it's not true. I had a client yesterday, he was upset because this person that he liked posted something, right? And I said, he wrote to me and he said, I don't think, they're pushing it. I don't know if I can stand my ground any longer. And I said, what's going on? Well, they posted this. And I said, how do you know that that was even about you? Well, what if it was? I said, don't take it on. It's not true. Those words are not true. The only way that you're going to be upset is if you believe that to be true of yourself. So don't take it on, right? So we have to be careful with what we allow ourselves to take on. But unfortunately, a lot of us do. So water signs, correct for neutrality on all levels. Water signs. What is your message? We make the assumption that everyone sees life the way we do. We assume that others think the way we think, feel the way we feel, judge the way we judge, and abuse the way we abuse. This is the biggest assumption that humans make. And this is why we have a fear of being ourselves around others. Because we think everyone else will judge us, victimize us, abuse us, and blame us as we do ourselves. So even before others have a chance to reject us, we have already rejected ourselves. That is why that's the way the human mind works. We make assumptions about ourselves, and this creates a lot of inner conflict. I think I'm able to do this. You make this assumption, for instance. Then you discover you're not able to do it. You overestimate or you underestimate yourself because you haven't taken the time to ask yourself questions and to answer them. Perhaps you need to gather more facts about a particular situation. Or maybe you need to stop lying to yourself about what you truly want. Earth signs, correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Earth signs. Wow, same thing. We make the assumption that everyone sees life the way we do. We assume that others think that, you know what? When you assume, you make an ass of you and me. We assume that others think the way we feel. We feel the way we feel, judge the way we judge, abuse the way we abuse. It's kind of like somebody that's cheated on somebody else and they're constantly paranoid or angry or mistrusting of the person that they care about, thinking that they're going to cheat on them and imagining that they're doing things in their mind. And the reason is because they've done that. They think, well, they're going to do that because I'm familiar with that because that's what I do. When that person isn't that kind of person at all, right? So because we think everyone will judge us, victimize us, abuse us, and blame us, we do ourselves. So even before others have a chance to reject us, we have already rejected ourselves. That's the way the human mind works. We also make assumptions about ourselves. This creates a lot of inner conflict. I think I'm able to do this. You make this assumption, for instance, and then discover you're not able to do it. You overestimate or you underestimate yourself because you haven't taken the time to ask yourself questions and to answer them. Am I equipped? Do I have the knowledge? Do I have the experience? Am I able to do this on my own, or do I need a little help, right? Perhaps you need to gather more facts about a particular situation, or maybe you need to stop lying to yourself about what you really want. Air signs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Air signs. Air signs. For years, we have received the gossip and spells from the words of others, but also from the way we use our word with others. We talk to ourselves constantly, and most of the time we say things like, oh, I look fat, I look ugly, I'm getting old, I'm losing my hair, I'm stupid, I never understand anything, I will never be good enough, and I'm never going to be perfect. Do you see how we use the word against ourselves? We must begin to understand what the word is and what the word does. If you understand the first agreement, be impeccable with your word. You begin to see all the changes that can happen in your life. Can is the key word, can. Nothing happens without our involvement. Changes first in the way you deal with yourself and later in the way you deal with other people, especially those you love the most. Consider how many times you have gossiped about the person that you love the most to gain the support of others from your point of view. How many times have you hooked at the other people's attention and spread poison about your loved one in order to make your opinion right? Your opinion is nothing but your point of view. It is not necessarily true. Your opinion comes from your beliefs, your own ego, and your own dream. We create all this poison and spread it to others just so we can feel right about our own point of view. Now, I said, Gemini, you need to take a look at who's your best friend, who's a loyal friend, the friend that's been standing at your side, and you need to be that. Or someone else needs to realize that about you. And what's been said here is somebody else that is belittling their loved one to make themselves look better, to make themselves feel popular amongst other people, putting another person down. One way to get to the top of the ladder is to climb on the back of someone else. But the best way to do it is to climb your way there yourself and do the hard work yourself. And you know what? If you're so wonderful, you don't have to toot your own horn, and you definitely don't have to put another person down in order to do that, because we'll all see it. We'll all see how wonderful you are, right? There's a loyal best friend at your side that deserves your respect, not your abuse. You or someone in your life. All right, that's it. It's a heavy hitter today. Bam! But Spirit said, take it down. Down to the mat, and down to the mat we went. WWF. All right. Hope you have a great day. I'm heading this out. Love you guys.